Hey, I bought my daughter this watch for this year's summer camp, so let's go take a closer look over at my coffee table. So here it is. The box says happy, happy here with a little elephant and some sunshine going on. So it does come with a little instruction manual, but I'm going to show you how to use it. But first, let's take a look at the watch here. It comes wrapped around this tiny little pillow here. And I think my daughter's going to love using this for her art projects and playing with her stuffed animals as well. But here's a look at the watch. It has a thick rubber band here. Nice color and soft texture to it. Has a metal buckle clasp and one of these sliding things for holding down the loose tongue of the wristband. It's got a nice watch face right here. Gives us the time, the day, and the date. We can use this button down here to move to a stopwatch, and we can use it again to set an alarm, and we use this button up here to set off the backlight. And here's a look at how the backlight looks on this watch in the dark. And you can't see me obviously in the dark, but if I hold the top left button for 3 seconds, you'll watch the color change from green to red, and then to blue if I keep holding it, and then to pink if I keep holding it, and then to orange, and then to purple, and then you can see it goes into this crazy rainbow if you just hold it down. I can click the button once, and it stays in the flashy rainbow like that. That's really interesting. I have a feeling that'll be the one that my daughter picks. But that's how they can select a different color. If I want to keep it blue, I just let it sit on blue. If I hold it for 3 seconds and it switches to green, I can just let it sit on green. And in order to set the time on this watch, we hit this button down here 3 times. Now we can hit the button down here to switch to the hour setting. You can see it's flashing. And then we use this button up here to change the hour. And right now it's 6 o'clock here. Now we hit this button down here to switch to the minutes. And the time here is 6:08. So I hit this button up here over and over again until I get to 8. Now I'll hit this button down here to set the time. And the watch right now says it's June 8th, but today is June 26th. So let's change the time by hitting the select button 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Then we hit this button 3 times till we get up to the date. 1, 2, 3. And you can see there that the month is flashing. We're already on the correct month, but if we wanted to change it, we would hit this button here, and you can see it cycle through the months. Now we move on to the date by hitting this button here, and today is the 26th. Now we can save the date by hitting this button here. But also today is not Saturday, it's a Monday, so let's switch that. We come down here and hit this button 3 times again. 1, 2, 3. Now we come over here and we hit this button 5 times. 1, 2, 5. And now we're going to change it to Monday by hitting this button up here. Sunday, Monday. And now we hit this button down here to save it. There, now I have my daughter's watch set to the correct date and time. Now if we ever want to set an alarm, we hit this button down here twice. 1, 2. You'll see at the top here it says AL for alarm mode. Now we press this button right here to select the hour setting. You can see it flashing. Now we can hit this button up here to change the hour that we want to have the alarm go off at. And you can see that operates on a 24-hour setting. But for now, let's say we want to make it 4:10. We hit this button again to select the minutes, and then this button up here to change the minutes. Now we can hit this button down here to save it. Now we can check our alarm, and we can see that it's set for 4:11 because I accidentally added a minute to it when I was trying to hit this button. Now you can see that underneath the big AL, we currently have none of the ALM, SIG, or SNZ selected. So if we hit it once, that turns on the alarm. If we hit it again, it has SIG and SNZ selected. That means that the hourly chime is now on. So at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, etc., it's going to beep. And that means we can decide, do we want the alarm on and the hourly chime off, or the chime on and the alarm off, or do we want them both on or both off, all by selecting this button right here and just cycling through the options. Now if we ever want to use the stopwatch feature, we just hit this button down here once. Then this button up here starts the stopwatch, and it also stops the stopwatch. If we want to reset the stopwatch, we use this button down here. And this button will take us back to our main display. So one thing to mention before I give this watch to my daughter is that it is water resistant, so it'll be fine when you're bathing with it, when you're playing in the rain, or whether they're going swimming. It says it's resistant up to 50 meters deep, which is really deep, but it does note that you shouldn't touch any of the buttons while it's underwater, so you don't want to be activating the stopwatch underwater or setting an alarm or anything like that. It sounds like it's going to hold its waterproof seal as long as the buttons aren't being poked in and out. And thankfully, it's not just easy to do. You know, they're not protruding out and then super easy to push. You kind of got to get in between these sections here, like I showed you with my larger fingers, so it'll even help the children from accidentally hitting these buttons as well. Now, when laid out flat, the watch appears to be about 9 inches long, with a band thickness that looks to be about about 5/8 of an inch, and the watch itself is about 1.5 inches wide and 1/2 inch tall. So here's your new watch.
It's so cute. Wait, is this a pillow? No, this could be for stuffed animals. I love it.